All right. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another fitness session with us here. It's Adaptive Adventures. I'm Greg. Monica is the co-host, and we work at the Midwest office in Chicago for Adaptive Adventures. So today we're going to work on chest workout and also back, two pretty big muscles. So, we're going to get at it. We're going to do a lot of exercises that are going to stay on the ground for the beginning portion, and then Monica is going to take us into a seated workout. So do what you can. I have some modifications for those that maybe a regular push-up is difficult. We can modify 3 different versions of a push-up. But to start things off, we're going to just do 2 light stretches that are going to stretch your chest. We're going to start with 6 chest exercises. So let's just first cross our arm across the chest and just pull on it very lightly. And we're going to hold it like this for about 10 seconds. And switch, other arm, hold it across the chest. Take deep breaths in and out. All right, and release. Next, can you please grab either a strap, a resistance band, a towel, a shirt, whatever you have at home that you can just put a little bit of tension on. What we're gonna do here for this next stretch, we're gonna put our hands behind our back, put some tension on it, and just slowly go up to about this height here, halfway up your back, and we're gonna hold it for 20 seconds. And slowly bring it back down to the lower back. All right, and release. So those are 2 simple stretching exercises. One of them targets the pec major and the other the pec minor. So those 2 I like to do. They're quick and easy, and really that's as much as you need to do for a light workout, which we're going to do here. So as I mentioned, we're going to start off on the ground. If you guys want to give yourselves a few seconds to get in a position or get any mat out, or if you're just going to do the seated portion, that's fine. Just follow along with us. But what we're going to do is just start off with, we're going to do about 3 or 4 different variations of a push-up. They're going to target different parts of the pec, like I said, the major, the minor, and combined movements. So first, we're going to do a standard push-up just for a warm-up. We'll do 10 push-ups. You can do a standard push-up, which will look like this. You can do a push-up on the knee, or you can do one laying down completely. So choose to whatever degree you'd like to challenge yourself or what you're able to do, and then you can do that variation for these first 3 exercises that we're going to try here. So let's everybody, we're going to start with 10 push-ups. If you can do 10, if not, do as many as you can. And we're going to begin. The form, try to have your hands about even with the shoulders, slightly further out. And we're just going to go down and up. So we're going to do 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit more of a rest for this workout, just because we are working the chest a little bit harder with this body weight with the chest. The seated portion is going to be a little bit lighter that Monica will do afterwards. So that's a nice little warm up, gets the blood flowing. Maybe you're breathing a little bit harder. But that's going to lead us right into our next set, which is going to be a side-to-side push-up. So if you can grab whatever you had to stretch earlier, we're just going to lay it down straight flat on the ground in front of us. And we're going to straddle it with our hands. Again, this can be done in a traditional push-up form. It can be done on the knees or laying down. But basically what we're going to do is bring one hand over, push up, up. Then we're going to go to the other side, up. And we're going to continue back and forth for the side-to-side push-up. These are pretty challenging. So do as many as you can. If you can do all 10, great. If not, do as many as you can. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. All right. If everyone's ready, we're going to begin. The goal is 10. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And you could very easily do that from the knees. Go down. You're still getting that same effect. You're still tearing those muscle fibers, which is what you want to do. And then we rebuild them stronger. So that's our second push-up modification. Let's give ourselves about 20, 30 seconds. And we're going to move on to explosive push-ups. Feel free to grab some water. So the next push-up is going to be, it's going to be a slow coming down. And then if you can, push yourself up and try to get those hands off the ground. If you can't, it's okay. What we want is that explosive movement back up. So slow going down and explode. And we're only going to do 5 of these. We're going to try to do 5 seconds going down. So I'm going to count to 5. When I get to 5, we're going to explode back up. All right. And whenever you're ready, if you want to get down to a push-up position, you can do this off the knees too. It's going to be a little bit harder laying flat down, but it can be done. And we're going to go. So 5 seconds going down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up. And back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And push up. And back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Explode up. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And explode. Last one. Let's finish strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And explode up. All right. How's everyone feeling? Everyone doing okay? Thumbs up. Was anyone able to get off the ground? Yeah, it's hard. It's tough. You really got to push yourself up. But it's a great exercise for explosive movements, depending on what your sports are, what you like to participate in. This is very helpful. All right, we're going to go a little bit easier here. So we're going to grab our weights, whether you have little water bottles, if you have traditional weights, if you have milk jugs. But I'd like everyone to grab 2 items. We're going to let that pec major rest for a little bit. for this exercise because we're going to come back strong in the finale. So what we're going to do now are called chest flies. You can do these in the seated position. The problem is if you're in a seated position doing this movement, you're working the shoulders a lot more than you're actually working the chest. So what I'd recommend is for everyone to lay down if you're able to. And we're just going to do this movement all the way down to the ground and bring it back up. Try not to let your weight touch the ground. So we're going to go for a count of 20. You really don't want to use weight that's too heavy. It's not necessary for this workout. A light weight will do plenty. So we're going to get started here. And we're going for a count of 20. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. Make sure your form, you're using good form. You're squeezing at the very top. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, and 20. All right. So those are a chest fly. It's a modification. Typically at a gym, you'd be seated on what they call a pec deck, or a fly machine, but not too many of us have those at home. So, milk gallons, they do the trick for me. Again, you can do it seated, but you're just working those shoulders more than the actual pec because of holding it in this position. All right, everyone doing okay? So far, so good. All right, we're gonna move on to isometric chest exercises. So what isometric exercises are, they focus on holding a position and contracting the muscles for extended periods of time. So what we're gonna do is something called a negative. It's a negative push-up, but we're not gonna be going back up. We're gonna go down very slowly for a count of 10 seconds. Until we lay flat on the ground, and we're gonna come right back up and do it again. So we're gonna do 8 repetitions. So what this is gonna look like is me going down very slow for a count of 10 seconds. And we're gonna rest and go back up and do it again. So we're working those muscles in a little bit of a different way, but very effective. It's a nice thing to throw into your workout regimen. So if everyone's ready, let's get back on the ground. And we're gonna try to do 8. You can do these on the knees as well or laying down. I'm gonna start my timer. So we hold them for 10 seconds on the dot. When I say up, we'll all come up. All right, and begin. It's a nice gradual slowdown. That's 5 seconds. And rest. Back to the top. Push-up position and down. And rest. Back to push-up position and down. And rest. Push-up position. And we're almost halfway there. Down. And rest. That's 4. Let's do 4 more. And down. Rest. Back up to push-up position. And down. And rest. 2 more. We can do this. All right. And down. And rest. And last one. I'm sure everyone's feeling this. Let's make this last one count and go. And rest. All right. How's everyone feeling? Okay. All right. Well, good news is there's only one more chest exercise. It's going to be similar to what we just did. It's called the 60-second push-up, but we're not going to do a full 60. It's pretty advanced. Feel free to try it, but we're going to do 20 seconds. So what that means is we'll go down 20 seconds, really slow, and then we'll come back up 20 seconds after a short rest. So this is pretty challenging, but I think we all can do it. So let's rest for another 30 seconds, grab some water, and we'll finish off our chest exercises. All right, we ready? We're going to do our decline first. I have a clock running here. All right, and begin. We're going 20 seconds, really slow down, and begin. That's halfway there. 5 seconds. And rest. Now we're going to start our ascent back up. So 20-second push going back up. Ready and begin. Five seconds. And rest. All right. How did that feel? How did everyone do? Okay? Who did the full 20 seconds up and down? All right, good job. Now that's difficult. These are these isometric exercises are pretty tough, but very beneficial. All right. Well, that's going to conclude our chest portion. So I'm going to start with 4 back exercises, and Monica's going to come in and finish it off for us. So let's do some stretches. Let's do basic stretch. You can stand or be seated. Basically, we're just going to do something of like a toe touch and hang. A nice rounded back. You can do it in a chair or standing. We're just going to hang down for about 15-20 seconds. All right. Next, we're going to do what we call the cat stretch. If you're familiar with the cat stretch, we're going to basically assume a cat position, get the back up, and then curl it back down. We're just going to go nice and slow, back up, and then down, Let's just do this for about 20 seconds. Very low stress stretch. All right. And we're going to finish off with a laying stretch on the ground. So what we're going to do here, it's called the leg crossover. You get to determine how much stretching you're actually doing. What's important is you have both elbows on the ground and you're just going to cross over with one leg while keeping both your elbows and back on the ground. You can go further if you like. You can go halfway. It's up to you how much and what's pain-free. So let's hold one stretch, one side for about 10 seconds. And we're going to switch legs. Same thing, other side. Just get that hip over as far as you can. You should be definitely feeling the stretching in your lower back. So those last two exercises specifically, I do those every day. I have quite a bit of lower back pain from wear and tear, and this just kind of helps me get out of bed and pain-free for the rest of the day. So we're going to get into our back workout. If everyone can grab 2 light weights, I'm using water bottles. You're not going to want too much weight for this one. But we're going to be laying on the ground, arms out. I'm going to fix my camera so you can see me a little bit better. But we're going to put our arms out with the weights. And we're going to contract. We're going to bring our arms on an angle back and hold this position for 5 seconds and back down with your arms to the side. So you want to bend at about a 45-degree angle with your weight and then hold it in this position for 5 seconds. So we're going to do 10 reps of this exercise. So everybody down, hands out, and begin. And rest. Up. And rest. You want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. And rest. 4. And rest. 5. And rest. 6. And rest. A few more. 7. And rest. 8. And rest. 2 more. Come on, everyone. Finish your up. And 9. And last one. Hold it. And down. All right. See, if done correctly, you should feel right up here between the shoulder blades. You should definitely feel it if you were squeezing, and especially if you had a little bit of weight. You really don't need weight. You can do it without weight, but a 1-2 pound weight doesn't hurt for this exercise. It focuses more on the flex and the squeeze of the scapula. All right. Next, let's grab our belt, towel, shirt, whatever you might have. And what we're gonna do are called Superman pull downs. Kind of a similar concept to the last exercise where we're gonna be laying down. And we're gonna raise up and bring our strap or shirt into our chest and out. So you want to have quite a bit of tension. The more tension you have on this, the harder you're working your muscles. So we're going to do 10 repetitions and begin. We're not going to hold it. We're just going to go up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. And 10. All right. Let's breathe, rest for about 20 seconds, and we only got 2 more to go. So hang in there. For this next one, you can be seated or you can be standing up. I prefer to be seated for this next one. And if you have a heavier weight, especially if you have like a milk jug or something in that 8 to 10 pound range, please grab it. It'll be helpful. Our next exercises, these are called good mornings. So you can do these standing up. Basically, if you're standing up, you'd hold the weight over your chest. And all we're gonna do, straight-legged position, is go up and down. We're not gonna go completely straight. We're gonna have a little bend in our back at all times. We're gonna keep those muscles contracted. And this is basically the movement we're gonna be doing. I'm going to do it in a chair. I like doing this one in a chair. But this is all that we're going to do with the weight right here. You can hold the weight further out to add a little bit more difficulty. But we're just going to do 20 of these, bending straight at the back and up. So ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. Focus on your form. Try to keep your body as still as you can, just bending at the waist. Five more. Two more. Should probably be feeling this in the lower back quite a bit by now. All right, and rest. All right, good job, everyone. Give ourselves a short rest, and we're going to finish with our last exercise. It's going to be a seated pullover. A lot of the time, these are done on a bench style at the gym, but I can't imagine many of us have benches at our house, so we're going to do it in a seated position. But we're going to keep that same weight. I'm going to go on the side. It might be easier to see. But what we're going to do is hold the weight above our head. And we're only going to move our arms. We're not going to move our back. So if you have to be in a seat with a backrest to prevent you from moving your back, please do so. But the movement is just going to be from back here to the front, all the way down, and back up. And you want to keep your arms as straight as possible. Shouldn't be seeing this, should be seeing more of this or this, because that's going to focus, you're going to feel it in your upper back. So we're going to do 15 repetitions of this if you can, or do as many as you're able to. And begin. So we're going just slightly behind our head and back down, almost all the way down our knees. Nice and slow. That's 5. Let's do 10 more. It's 8. 9. 10. 5 more. 3 more. Should be feeling this move in the upper back, but also the shoulders. And last one. All right, and rest. Shake out those arms. I'm sure you're feeling it in the shoulders and also the upper back. That upper back muscle that we just hit, it's a very hard one to train. This is one of those exercises that's excellent for that. So that's it for my portion, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You're sweating a little bit, and I'm going to pass it over on to Monica to finish us off here. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them in the chat. I can be answering them while Monica's going.
All right. Thank you, Greg. All right, here we go. So since we're already in the chair, we're going to stay seated in our chair. And I am grabbing my light weights, which is like your water bottle or anything that is light. And I'm starting by putting my hands behind me, like as if I was in handcuffs, and pulsing, bringing my wrists together for a pulse. And we're going to do 20 of these. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Next, we're going to put our arms like a goalpost, and we are going to bring our arms together and then come out. So bring our arms together and squeeze, come out, and we're going for 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Next, we're going to go right into the next movement. We're going to put our weights together, or our hands together, right by our chest. And then we're just going to fully extend our arms and then bring them all the way back. And we're doing 20 of these. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Nicely done. You should be feeling that in your shoulders and your arms. All right, our next, we're just going to do 10 of these, similar to what Greg was doing, but we aren't going to, remember how Greg did the full extension in the back? We're just going to put our weights together, bring them down low, and lift them a little above our head. And we're going to go for 10. So bring them all the way down and lift up to like the crown of your head and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Whew, shake it out. I'm feeling the burn. I don't know if you guys are. All right, next we're going to work on our back. This is mainly our lats, but it's also, you can target your back too. So we're putting our weights down at our side. I'm seated nicely in my stool or my chair, and then we're just going to do lateral dips. And we're going to do 20 each side. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These always feel like you're not doing much, and then the next day I'm always sore. So I like these. All right, 20 on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Next, we're going to put our arms out like a goalpost again. This time we're squeezing our shoulder blades together in the back and bringing them forward. And squeeze those shoulder blades together and bring forward. And we're going to do 20 of these. Here we go. 1, 2, really squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, good job. All right, our last seated exercise, and then we're going to move to the floor. We're going to do a form of Russian twists, a seated form. So we're going to put our hands behind our head, and then we're going to lift up opposite knee to opposite elbow, opposite knee to opposite elbow. And we're going to do 20 of these. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, nicely done. We're gonna make our way to the floor. And we're gonna finish with a few back exercises on the ground. All right. So I'm gonna lay on my stomach on the floor, and we're gonna do a variation of Superman. So we're gonna keep our hands stretched out long and our legs stretched out, and then we're gonna lift opposite leg and opposite arm, put it down, opposite leg, opposite arm, put it down. I'll give everyone a little bit to get on the ground. All right, here we go. We're going for 20 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really contract that back when you pull opposite leg and opposite arm up. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Next is the reverse snow angel, because we are on our stomach and not our backs. So we are going to keep our hands out in front of us and legs behind us. And then we're going to bring them together and come back out like we're making a snow angel in the snow. We're on our carpet. And we're going to do 20 of these. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, good job. All right, and then our last exercise, we're going to flip over to our back and put our legs kind of in the air like so, and then we're going to reach our opposite hand to opposite shoelace. So we're going to get a little ab workout in too, and bring that leg to the opposite one. So let everyone get settled in. This is our last exercise. And if you're doing it in a chair, you can just do the Russian twists again. That's the same thing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, and relax. Good job, guys. That concludes our workout for today. I'm going to put everyone off of mute, and we hope you all enjoyed it.